Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode 67. Yeah, we're down Leo today, but that's okay. Leo's working the night shift. He's got a lot on his plate, but we'll start just by going around the circle. Brady, how's your week been?
Pretty solid. Just kind of wrapping stuff up before finals week because the only one of the classes left.
You're in hell week now.
Yep.
Actually,
Matt, Isaac, and I were dealing with the pressures of exam week this week, but we're all done now. I finished yesterday. Matt, you finished today, right?
Finished this morning. Yep.
Isaac, when did you finish?
Yesterday.
There we go. So 3 out of the 4 college guys are done. Yeah. Good luck, Brady. It's a lot of fun, as you know.
My one actual exam is graphic design.
Never mind. He's done.
Yeah, you're done.
I have presentations for sports psychology and marketing.
You're good.
Oh, and I have an oral exam tomorrow for communication.
Oh, you're good then.
Hope so.
Isaac, how's your week been?
Good. We spent money.
What'd you spend money on?
We're still going around the circle. We'll get there in a minute.
He's talking about baseball.
We'll get to that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
spent money.
Yeah, duh. I knew that. Anyway, Matt.
I'm doing good. Finished finals this week. Had my microbiology exam. Yeah, that's about it. Working on the internship now. So.
That's good.
Clayton?
I finished up yesterday. Like I said, I will never have to pick up a pencil in the name of economics ever again. So that feels pretty good.
Let's go.
No more business calculus?
What? No, you only take 2 semesters of business calc at BG, and then it's 3 semesters of stats. But Excel does all that work for you anyway, so it's not a big deal.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not hard. I'm still waiting on my grade for that one and for business communication, but I think we're going to be sitting at a 3.5 this semester, so
Oh,
Hey,
baby.
we take those.
we'll take it.
For sure. All right.
But-
So,
No, Matt, go for it.
all right. We'll hop into baseball first. A lot of contracts been getting signed lately. So, Brady, I assume you have a list of the big ones, or at least you have them memorized.
I have just the entire list of chaos.
All right, let's not go through the entire list. 'cause
I'm not
nobody
going
cares that
to.
much.
I'm not going
Start
to.
with the important ones. Start with.
I was going to say, go through the ones that matter.
Well, we'll start with Guardians. Actually
Good
spent
place.
money, like Isaac alluded to. Signed first baseman Josh Bell. Switch hitter should supplant Naylor at first. We can DH more, get off his leg. However, Francona said that because Naylor's leg's doing better, he wants to see him both at first base and right field this year. Which Naylor back in right field could be very interesting, but as long as he's healthy, I don't really care.
I think you see that once or twice this season.
I think it'll be more upwards of 10.
I was gonna say out of 100.
I was going to say once a month, maybe once or twice a month.
Well, I mean, they're gonna rotate Naylor in and out of DH first and right, just giving Oscar days off, stuff like that.
Well, you have to in baseball. There's 162 games. You got to give guys days off every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. But 2 years, I believe it's $33 million, if I remember correctly.
Yep, 33 mil.
But right down the middle. Kipper, he has an opt out after this year, so I want him to do really well, but I also want him to do mid enough to where he won't opt out. Because I like Josh Bell, want him to stay, but Then shift over to Matt. Former rival catcher Wilson Contreras moves from the Cubs to the Cardinals, replaces Yachty. 5 years, 87.5.
I am very excited about this move. I was having this conversation with my dad while the playoffs were still happening, and he was not sold on the idea of Wilson Contreras. But the only thing that I said is, well, when half of your position players are Gold Glovers, you can sacrifice one of those to get an actual bat in the lineup.
Yeah.
Because, as you guys saw in the playoffs, we couldn't score. If Arenado and Goldschmidt weren't at the top of their game, who both sucked in the playoffs, we're not going to score. So I'm happy to have an extra bat in the lineup. Hopefully he doesn't, bat horribly now that he's playing in St. Louis, which is typically a pitcher's park. So, we'll see how he does. But I'm excited for the move. Hopefully it works out well. I think he's a good replacement. His defense will be good enough. We can make up with that. And so few teams are stealing anymore in the MLB anyways.
That might change this year with the pitch clock.
True.
The pitch clock.
They're only
and
allowed to
limited-
pick
the
off
limited
twice
throws
now.
over. The whole pickoff thing is stupid. And bigger bags, so
That's
it's easier
true.
to get there.
The bigger bag are kind of nice though. I will admit to
The
that.
bigger bases are cool, but pickoff rules, come on, Rob.
Yeah.
That's the
It's-
dumbest thing I've
that's
ever
too
heard.
far.
It's more so for to stop the occasional. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw over 9 times in a row.
Okay, how many times we see that a season?
I know.
162 games, 32 teams? Is that the other
30.
Is it 30? I don't know.
Mhm.
Every league's different.
Which league has 32?
The NFL and the NHL.
Okay. I'm not going to remember that. Anyway, how many times do you actually see more than 3 pickoff moves to one person?
Never.
Just really depends on the at bat and who's on base.
You're useless.
I know.
Stop trying to dive into it analytically. It happens like 5 times a season where somebody actually throws over a line.
Yeah.
Out of that much baseball, come on, it's not worth it.
Yeah, they just
Rob
two
is
two
still
pickoffs
ruining
per
the
at bat.
game.
So
No, you can pick up a 3rd time, but if you don't
Oh, yeah,
get
it's a
up,
ball.
they get the
Yeah.
base.
that's what I meant. Same thing.
Whatever. That rule is still stupid anyway. This whole pace of play bullcrap like doesn't make sense to me.
No.
If you go to a baseball game, you're going to a baseball game.
Yeah, you're
Like-
not, I mean, that's part, of the, that's part of the fun. Is the
Yeah.
hang
Like
out.
what? There's no reason. Like if I go over to Cleveland or up to Detroit or whatever for a baseball game, that's the purpose of my day.
Yeah, you're not making plans afterwards unless you're hitting the club at night. Like I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
like
Like
nobody,
no,
nobody's like, oh, this game needs to hurry up. I got to go to X, Y, and Z afterwards. Like,
yeah, I gotta work in 5 minutes. Then don't go to the game.
Don't go to the
Simple. Watch it on your phone. Yeah, the whole pace of play thing never made sense to me, and this rule is another way that Rob Manfred is ruining baseball. So shout out to Rob.
I'm not gonna lie. Having worked the entire season with the pitch clock, I think it's kind of nice for other reasons. Obviously, yeah, still baseball game. I'm not making any of their plans, but like, I mean, the average game time is still like almost 2 hours 45 minutes. So like, it's not like a massive drop off. But
where
like,
are you?
Are you okay?
It would be nice if we could see him on the screen.
Oh, dude, he's
I
just
sit there
staring off into
like-
space. It looks like he's trying to crawl like up to the little corner right here.
He's like leaned off the side of the couch, just like, Chief Wahoo, save us. Like- you guys can't see that. There's a Chief Wahoo clock up on our mantle above the fireplace, which works now. Shout out to the cleaning guys. We have a working
Yeah,
fireplace.
sure.
Hasn't been used yet, but you know,
Whoa.
still, it's there.
Your guys' fireplace works now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
It
I
means you
think
can
we
start a
moved in the right
fire when it
direction.
gets cold and your timbers are shivering at night.
What? This guy. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And it's okay. If he was lost, that's probably that. He probably sued
You could like zoom in on him.
Oh, I might.
So just like Isaac's just.
I'll play the Illuminati theme with it too.
But guys, it's sounding like Brady's siding with Rob. That's what I'm hearing.
Yup.
He's been
Not entirely.
When you start working in the MLB system, they brainwash you. So that's why.
That sounds
That's why
right.
he's a Tigers fan now too, because
That's true. That is very true. He does work for the Tigers, the Detroit Tigers.
Well, after this season, the goal is to change to the good team. So the Guardians, in case you were confused.
Clippers.
My aunt and uncle did say that I could live in their basement and pay rent if I wanted to enter the Clippers. They did say that.
Low key. Do they watch this podcast? They don't watch
No.
this podcast. Low key, bad uncle and aunt. They're gonna make you pay rent to live in a family. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure they were probably joking, but
Yeah, all right.
I don't know, man.
My grandparents were trying to get me to move to St. Louis this summer for an internship.
Would they have made you pay rent?
No, no, Sean. They might have paid me to live there.
Is your water bottle?
Well, didn't Becca do an internship there?
My sister turned 21 in St. Louis. That's when she learned my grandma was the fireball queen. Shout out to her.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's what my grandma likes.
This stank.
Clay's just lost.
I don't even know what to
I don't
say to
even-
that.
I don't even respond to that. Where do we go from there?
This podcast has gone completely off the rails. We're just here.
We moved from the MLB to Fireball. I see nothing wrong here. Every home run.
Yeah.
Now,
The
that
MLB
should be a rule for the pace of play. Hot take. Flaming hot take.
And it's Fireball. That makes it double hot. God damn!
Speaking of flame,
Speaking of flamethrower.
speaking of fireballs,
Shut up. All right, good transition. That's fair.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Go for it.
Jacob DeGrom signed 5 years, 185 with the Rangers. He's
a-
34 years old now.
Why?
and he's always hurt.
I don't know. He won,
I mean, they
he
got a
won
lot of money
back-to-back
out in
Cy Youngs
Texas.
in 18 and 19. Then was runner up to Trevor Bauer in the COVID season. Has made like less than 30 starts in the last 2 years combined.
Well, he'll figure it out.
Are the Rangers even good? Weren't the Rangers supposed to be good this year and they ended up being super mid?
Yes.
That's because their pitching sucks. Now
Weren't they like low key bad this year?
I think they started out really bad, didn't they? And
They
then
were
kinda turned
they
it
were
up the second
500
half?
in June and then just dropped off.
No, it was so backwards.
Yeah. No, they had an okay start to the year and then just fell apart because their pitching sucked.
Speed demon.
What?
We'll get there.
Was that you trying to make a Trey Turner?
Yeah.
Like,
We'll get
all
there.
right. That was a
Fastball,
horrible
speed
transition.
demon.
Nope, you're done.
Nope.
No, that one did not work.
Well,
No,
let's
we're-
see, because Jacob DeGrom throws really hard, and Wilson Contreras can't throw anyone out, so therefore, not being able to throw someone out. Let's talk about Trey Turner. Wow, yeah, nailed that one.
Well, we're right here.
Go for it.
The Phillies signed their new shortstop, signed Trey Turner to an 11 years, $300 million contract. He actually turned down $342 million from the Padres, so he gave away $42 million to live on the East Coast again.
Hey man, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
East Coast for life.
the Philly.
Why would you want to live in Philadelphia, though?
I mean, probably 57 million of that 42 million would have gone to taxes if he lived in California. So,
That's fair.
All right, that's fair.
Well, and that's why I think DeGrom signed with Texas because they don't have the state tax there.
neither does Florida. That's why
Exactly.
Tyler Hero said once in an interview he was happy to be drafted by Miami because there's no state income tax in Florida.
I remember that.
No, but yeah, he signed to Philly through his age. Oh, this year will be his age 30, then through his age 40 season. I think Trey Turner still going as a primarily speed-based player is going to still be a stud worth $30 million at age 40.
Yes,
How old's Billy Hamilton?
too old.
Hamilton's not making $300 or $300 million.
I think he's making $300.
Actually, I think he's currently a free agent. I'm not just making any dollars right now.
He's still making over $300 from any.
There's some
We're
sponsors
making
that's
over
like,
$300.
The whole point is that no, he's not.
Yeah,
no.
And speaking of money that this is just bewildering, the Mets signed Justin Verlander to a 2-year, $86 million contract.
That was almost as
Why?
bad as a transition as Isaac's.
I know.
All right, keep going. Who are you talking about?
Justin Verlander.
Yeah, that one
Mid.
blew my mind too.
2 years, $86 million. They gave him the exact same contract to Scherzer. Except
He's
for
aging like fine wine though.
if
He
Verlander
is.
pitches enough, they get to 30 or $35 million. He's
So-
40. He's 40 right now.
He saw us
He's
skate up
still
to
that guy.
I was gonna say he's reeling and dealing, man. Age is just a number.
This guy. Hey,
What?
but he's still got his place though.
All right, so if we're looking at the last time a really good athlete paid a lot of money moved, he's gonna win a ring the first year, make the playoffs the second year, and it's gonna struggle the first half of the third year because his wife leaves him. Is that how that's gonna work?
If you were trying to make a joke there, that went completely over my head. What are you talking about?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Those are Tom
Oh
Brady.
yeah, yeah,
From New England.
mid.
Oh yeah, they're 500.
Yeah, he's also a mid quarterback, product of a system, and he makes out with his kids. Brady, what are some other contracts that we need to talk about?
Well, that's wild.
My comeback is 2 rated R for the show.
Yeah, so is Tom Brady's because he makes out with his children.
Hey man, Tom Brady doesn't need to go to massage parlors to get any action though.
What? Mac Jones couldn't even get into a
Us
massage
now.
parlor. They'd shut the door.
I was talking about Deshaun Watson. That's a weird flex there. But I was
What?
only heard.
Wow, Brady, it's
Mac
almost
Jones.
like I've heard 100 million massage parlor jokes about Deshaun Watson before. That was really creative, and I'm very proud of you.
Well, I mean, you can only escape him for so long. There's the street vendors in Cleveland literally sell "bitch, I need a massage" shirts.
I didn't see that when I was there.
They were all
They were
over
too
the
busy
street.
making Tom Brady jokes.
They were all over the street when I was there. Everywhere.
You probably bought one, didn't you?
I did not.
Liar.
I'm not a Browns
I
fan.
do have kind of a funny story about Deshaun Watson, though, in my dad's fantasy league.
Okay.
Some dude picked him up for the sole purpose of benching him so that way nobody else could play him.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
We didn't on the podcast, though.
Oh
we
yeah,
talked about it,
yeah.
Yeah, some dude did that, and my dad like called him out and said, like, why do you think you're so much better than us? You're not better than the rest of us. Let him go.
He's just sitting on my bench too. Nobody will trade for him.
Yep. My dad
I
also
just
said that guy
randomly
drives a
clicks
Prius,
for
so
him. What'd you say? Sorry.
my dad said that guy also drives a Prius, so
Oh,
That explains it.
thank you.
I don't even know.
There can't be more than like one or two left.
nah.
I've got.
There's
two.
the Aaron Judge one that we need to talk about. We might as well talk about that one now.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge back to the Yankees on a 9-year, $300 million deal?
360.
360, 9 years.
I didn't realize how old he already was.
Dude, he was like a 27-year-old rookie that year that he was hitting all those home runs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's age 30 and got a 9-year deal.
So how tall is he? He's
He's
6'7".
6'7", 280.
6'7", 270, 280. What did you send it to me? Or maybe I just saw it on TikTok. But they were talking about dudes that are that big, but in the ages of 36 and up.
You saw it on TikTok.
I saw it on TikTok. Okay.
I saw the same TikTok because I know exactly what you're talking about.
That means you have to try to answer.
I hope he knows
One
it.
person above the age of 37, weighing over 270 pounds, has ever hit a home run. Do you know who it is?
Who is it?
He played for the Mets.
Yeah,
He
he's
hit a
right.
home run with the Mets.
Yes,
He also played for Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
played for a lot of
What
people.
position did he play?
He was a pitcher.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm proud of
I'm
you for at
like-
least knowing
You were
that.
there.
I'm
You
like,
were
I
you
know
were
who
there.
We'll
it
count
is.
it. We'll
I
count
don't
that.
remember playing.
That's insane.
Shout out Bartolo, arguably the greatest home run of all time.
Is Bartolo Colon in the Meme Hall of Fame?
No.
I don't know. You have the list.
We need to switch that.
Yeah, we do.
Time to get that. Put one
New
more-
election coming up. New Year's almost here.
Throw him on my list.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Aaron Judge turned down $410 million over 10 years from the Padres.
State tax.
No, he just wanted to be the Yankee.
I can't even imagine having that kind of money to offer somebody to play a game of baseball. $410 million. Whew.
I'm actually going to ask you this. They might know it. So Aaron Judge's new contract made him the third highest contract number of MLB history. Can you name the two players that got paid more?
Like total money or
Yes,
per year?
total money. He set the record for AAV. But in terms of total money over a contract, he's third.
Total money?
Total money.
Oh, that's dumb.
And there's only
It's gonna
one
be-
player that's gotten more than $400 million.
Are they? They're both active, right?
They are both active.
Because it's gonna be dudes that got like 13,
Is it-
14-year contracts, right?
Tatis?
I think one of them got 12, but I'm not sure what the other guy
Is
says.
Tatis
Trout-
That
one?
is not
is Trout one
Tatis.
of
Trout
them?
is one of them.
Trout is one.
Trout deserves that.
And you're really close to the other one.
What do you mean? I'm really close.
You're
to?
really close to the other one. Or
like
at least Trout is.
like on the same team, like Shohei Ohtani
Kind
type
of.
thing, or like same like state,
Same geographical area.
same geographical area. So
It's got to be the Dodgers paying somebody then, right?
yeah,
Was it Mookie?
It is Mookie.
keep that.
Oh, yeah, that
Mookie-
makes sense.
I don't remember what his years is, but he's 365.
I was gonna say, yeah, he was one of those like 12-year contracts, right?
Probably
Double
something like that.
digits. Yeah.
Yeah, he's making 365, and I think Trout was like 412 or something.
Yeah, I
nutty like
think
that.
Trout was one.
Was
Tatis is right there.
Tatis is 341. Lindor's is 342. No, Tatis is 340. Lindor's 341. Trey Turner was going to be 342, but
Mookie Betts was 12-year, 365 million. So yeah,
his was 12 years. This was an extension though,
No,
which actually that let me get
yeah,
to
it
the
was
other
only
deal.
an extension because they traded for.
Yes, they traded for him.
yeah, because he was a Red Sox.
Yeah.
It's true. The Red Sox could have a very very solid team if they didn't want to buy the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins. I saw it today. They've traded away a bunch of players, and the same ownership group bought the Pittsburgh Penguins instead of keeping guys like Mookie.
And guys like Xander Bogaerts, who is now
Exactly.
the shortstop for the Padres.
That's where I was going with that too. Actually, 11 years, $280 million.
So does that
Why?
solidify Tatis as a center fielder or left fielder, whatever?
I think it's going to be left field, unless they sign a left fielder. What that would be Trent Elfendor.
Yeah, rest in peace, Trent Grisham. Also, meme Hall of Fame potential.
That's true.
Strictly based off of MLB The Show.
I think I watched him at a home run too in person. I'm gonna have to go back and look on that. I know you don't.
It's strictly based off of MLB The Show and in our friend group, listening to you guys play.
It's true.
That's an option.
Trent was a goat.
Leo would never vote for it.
Leo would
Clayton's
never.
not in the party enough. He might not vote for it, but
Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about.
That was like COVID MLB. I think that was MLB 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
In Edwin Carcio.
We don't talk about
You want
that.
to try that again?
I'd give it to him.
Nope. Say the name again.
There's an extra ad.
No, there was no E.
Encarnacion.
Local
Carcio.
podcast.
There you go.
Brady threw a ball in the dirt and I yanked
And he hit it up. It literally bounced off the ground and he still hit it out.
What in the Isaac level luck? Speaking of Isaac level luck,
It was the
I'm
first
still not
game-
over last weekend.
It was
How?
the first game I'd ever played against
How?
this man. Which is why I've got like a 12-game win streak against him MLB The Show. Which is
We didn't play it all in the cycle, really.
No.
no. I think the last time we played was like July.
The
Yeah.
game was bad. No lie.
I think that's sorry. That was the stat I was going to get to. So, out of the last 46 years of free agency, there has been a 11-plus year contract signed. That was Bryce Harper. And then in the last 3 days, there's been 2. Being Bogart and Turner.
And one of them went with Bryce Harper.
It's true.
Indeed.
I'm not sure how they have so much money, but they do. Because
It's Philly.
they're paying.
People that own them.
Oh yeah,
Have
I mean,
Because
Castellanos.
that's how baseball works.
I know.
There's no salary cap or anything. It's just however much money the owners have.
Sure.
Just like
even the Athletics
soccer.
have spent more money this year than they did last year. They've already signed 2 people. They
Speaking
didn't
of,
sign anybody last year.
speaking of athletics, Las Vegas.
They've been trying to do that forever.
I was gonna say, did anything actually happen with that? Or
No. He's just spitballing.
All right.
Their stadium's just garbage, and Oakland's refusing to build them a new one. So
Ooh.
Guardians
That was the other thing I was gonna bring up. You can finish your thought. 'Cause that's where I'm going next.
Yeah, the Guardians are trying to get their catcher right now.
Who is sitting at a stupidly high price, being Sean Murphy. He's not free agent until 2026, which is why everybody wants him so bad. But they told the Cardinals they wanted Newt Barr, Brendan Donovan, and Gordon Gracefo.
We have 2
I don't
million.
know who that last guy is, but for who?
Like your second best pitching prospect for Sean Murphy. Before they signed Contreras. Gold Glove catcher. Hits like 240. A lot of power.
We don't have Sean Murphy though.
No, you don't, but that's what they wanted. The Athletics have him. They told the Cardinals, hey, we'll give you Sean Murphy for Newt Barr,
Oh.
Donovan, and Gracefo.
Well, you were talking about the Guardians and said they would give the Cardinals
Sorry.
yeah,
wanted so and so. I was like, what?
Sorry. Yeah, no, they're
when are the Guardians going to trade for Lars Nootbaar?
Never.
because the Cardinals don't want to trade for him. Don't want to trade him. Sorry.
Yeah, we need our fourth outfielder.
He's your starting outfielder now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's your right
Yes.
fielder now.
Is he though?
It's going to be supposedly O'Neill, Carlson, and Newt Barr, left to right.
Supposedly.
I mean, that's what it's going to be unless they trade Dylan Carlson.
But
Because then you'd play Yepes left.
Yepes played a lot. Brendan Donovan can play in the outfield.
A lot of people think Brendan Donovan's going to be the starting second baseman over Gorman.
They might be. I don't know.
I think they should.
DH. I don't know.
I think they should do what the Rays do with Ben Zobrist and just have him in a different spot every day. I mean, he did just win the utility player Gold Glove.
As a rookie, I think.
Yeah.
Technically a rookie. I don't know. Baseball rookie rules are stupid.
No, he's a rookie. I'm pretty sure he debuted this year, so I think it was like actually a rookie.
I don't know. Baseball rookie rules are still stupid.
Yeah.
You get drafted and you don't play in the MLB for an extra 7 years, which is why the MLB lottery is stupid, which just happened recently.
People even paying attention to the MLB draft is stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not
They're
seeing
like-
those guys for 7 years
I was
anyways, so
gonna say they're like, yeah, we're trying to prevent tanking. I
There's
mean,
no reason to
who are you
tank. There's-
tanking for?
You're tanking for a 7-year-old out of Compton, California. Like,
Clayton, they
sorry,
don't
man.
draft those. They signed them from foreign countries.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think you mean Puerto Rico.
Oh, well, that works too.
Dominican.
They almost had an international draft. They wanted to add it as part of the CBA stuff during the lockout.
Oh, perfect.
Players-
Another useless thing that the MLB could add. Wonderful.
The players didn't want it. They tied it to the qualifying offer, which the qualifying offer stayed. So
Well, I think that's pretty much it with baseball, right?
yeah, that's all I've got.
I've got nothing else. I'm happy
Well,
with the moves we made.
Hey everyone, it's Brady with the Hot Take Sports Podcast. I'd like to take a moment out of this episode to thank the sponsor for today's episode, SeatGeek. Make sure to head on over to SeatGeek for all your ticketing needs, sporting events, concerts, anything else you may need a ticket for. Make sure to use code HTS for $20 off your first purchase. I used it. It saved me a lot of money. My most recent trip to the Browns and Patriots game. Feel free to check it on out and support the podcast.
all right. We're going to transition to football now. Yeah, that's pretty much all we had for baseball today. But the biggest story in the Cleveland Browns area of football was Deshaun Watson's return last weekend in Houston. Defense and special teams pulled through, man. We scored 27 defensive and special teams points to win. What was it, Isaac? 27-13, something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Defense
But
scored late.
yeah, our defense played well. Joe Woods' job is hanging on by a thread still. Yeah, but Deshaun Watson didn't play very well, but that's to be expected. That's his first football game in exactly 700 days. So it is what it is.
So that's the reason they had it be this week. It had nothing to do with the Texans game. They just wanted a nice round 700 number.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah.
I think the best comparison I heard was that he looked like his dad throwing ground balls to his little league team.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. There were a couple
did. He was
times on
awesome.
slants he would like go to throw and just drill DPJ in the ankles or something like that. Like he didn't look good, but that, like I said, first game in 700 days, I'll give it to the guy.
It
You
was-
know.
It was 27-14.
27-14, okay. Same thing, though. We won without
Yeah.
scoring an offensive touchdown, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. So it's the most Cleveland Browns thing I've ever heard before in my life.
Yep.
Which means the playoff hope is alive, right?
It actually went up from 4.5% to 6%.
Hey.
Yeah. It's the little victories, you know.
What about you guys? Are you guys making the playoffs?
We're on the outside. We're 6-6. So like we
That's
haven't.
winning the division in other places.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Is there actually a chance that you make the playoffs? Like,
I mean,
logically or mathematically?
I mean,
Well,
we're definitely in the hunt. I mean,
I was going to say, you guys
if
are
the Jets and
outside,
Bengals
but
collapse, then we're definitely going to get in. But I don't expect the Bengals to collapse. And
you know who might be collapsing,
actually, I
though,
think
is the
6 and
Ravens.
7. I think the Jets and Chargers are 6 and 7 right now. So I think we actually are the 6 and 7 seeds. So I think we stand a chance.
Yeah, the Ravens might be in trouble.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Lamar
but-
going down. I was low-key surprised they didn't have any interest in Baker Mayfield.
Only the Rams put a claim on him.
I know. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, he was waived by the Panthers in a mutual decision after he was told he was going to be third string the rest of the way.
Free 5th-round pick.
Woohoo!
But it was. I mean, I guess it was kind of free. You only gave up Baker. But
Yeah.
I think you would have rather had Baker play because you would have gotten a 4th-round pick.
Well, true.
Whatever. He's now with his third team in 2 seasons. So, yeah, this is looking like the start of bounce around Baker.
That's
I
a good
mean,
one.
he's got 65 NFL starts. Like, there's no reason he couldn't be a backup somewhere, but I think his days as a starter are very lowly numbered.
Supposedly the Rams think they can tap into his potential with Sean McVay.
He's got
I could
playoff.
see it.
I mean,
There's no reason they couldn't. Like, you know what
I
I
guess
mean?
Sean McVay's always been a fan too, so like, there's definitely a chance that if they could basically do what the Titans did to Ryan Tannehill.
Is he playing tonight?
He's supposed to play some, I guess.
I was gonna say they picked him up with enough time to where theoretically he could play tonight.
Twitter's like, there's no way he'd play with only 48 hours, right?
yeah. Jumping into a new offense as a quarterback is crazy.
True.
He
Yeah.
definitely had to have had the playbook beforehand, according to Twitter. But who knows? Maybe
But that's
Baker's
still
just,
not reps with the players. You still don't know how they're coming out of routes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Don't worry, they'll just run the Patriots offense. Check down, check down,
no,
check
Clay,
down.
see, they don't like to use their running
Power
backs.
run, check down.
They don't like
Yep.
to use the running backs. They'll
Slant.
throw the whole line.
Gotta work a slant in there.
That's a
And then
Who do you
check
think this
down.
is? Michael Thomas?
He doesn't play football.
That's true. He doesn't. He's not a football player as far as I'm
Brian
concerned.
Robinson shot in the leg, missed what?
4 games.
Michael Thomas foot played 3 games.
Injured toe.
Yeah, I'm over.
No, that's
Michael
a Brady
Thomas.
level out for the season injury.
Yeah. It is. Well, that's like Desmond Bain is. They just said he's going to be out an extra 3 to 4 weeks, and he has a toe injury. I'm like, how does that work? Like, if you have a toe
Probably
injury in
walked
high
on it,
school,
just
you
boot.
just wrap it up, wear an extra pair of socks, and you go out there.
Yep.
But in the NBA, it's like, whoa, hey, no weight, 4 weeks in a boot, like.
Dog, it's a
We
toe.
can't be paying you
At the end of the day,
$12
just
million
cut it
to
off. You got 9 more.
Exactly. Chop it off and go. Like, unless it's the big one, you're fine. Get
Even
out.
then, just cut your thumb off and put it there. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Now it's an anatomy podcast. You need a lesson.
We're jumping around genres here.
I'm taking anatomy next semester. I'll let you know if that works.
Oh,
Ask your professor that day one.
I
Sit in
will
the
ask
first
you
row and
day
do that.
one. Shout out to Steve Ariosi. I'll ask him day one. Can I just chop my big toe off and then use my thumb as a big toe?
Then give him a Diet Coke.
Yeah, I'll hand him a Diet Coke first because that's his thing. But
Yeah.
and then I'll ask him a stupid question.
That's what I did this year in geology.
Wait, hold on. Did you say theology?
Geology.
I was gonna say, I was like, just why are you in theology?
Oh God, could you imagine Isaac in theology?
I want to know how many papers you have.
I think
I think the Browns need to win again.
you didn't watch the. Never mind.
I saw it, Matt. Don't worry.
Thank you. Isaac laughed, so he knew. No, you're stupid. You don't
You're-
count.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But in another thing related to football, Brady clowned me at our fantasy football draft for drafting Harris, and now you're trying to trade for him. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I don't remember clowning you for it.
Our fantasy league has been so stupid the last 2 weeks. And yeah, you clowned everyone that you thought made a bad pick because you were staring at training camps for 4 freaking weeks. He was getting second team reps. That's a bad pick.
You told me that with
Who
Miles
He didn't even
Sanders.
show up to the draft.
Fair.
Yeah.
You
Every
you
chance
told me
got.
that with
Well,
Miles
he's not even,
Sanders.
he's actually practicing with the practice team in training camp. No one cares.
I know.
Good.
And now,
I'm going to purposely veto every trade I see from now on.
That's okay. They
You're
traded
the
last
worst.
this week.
No matter what. Every trade,
You're the
veto.
worst.
Rest of the fantasy football league, veto. You're getting a
Okay.
veto from me.
I
And guess what? If I make a trade, I'm going to veto it myself.
Clay, let's make a trade real quick.
All right.
What do you want? I've got Deshaun Watson.
I don't know. Let's go. Yeah.
What do you want?
I'll send you.
Give him 90 mine too. If they're one.
Yeah, I'll give you Deshaun Watson and DM Hines.
For give me 1 second. I'm
Fantasy
gonna-
trades live on the podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Screen of 12 trade proposal. Deshaun Watson and DM
for Jared Goff.
Hines. For Jared Goff. Deal. I was just like, hold on, let me in this.
I was like, wait, I'm not included.
No, hold on, I need one more player. Do you have any useless wide receivers?
All of my wide receivers are useless.
Yeah,
Just take
Marvin-
Gerald Everett.
He has Marvin Jones.
Just take Gerald Everett. He's a tight end. Same thing.
I already have 2 good tight ends.
Well, just take him then, because you can have a bad tight end then.
He's been good. He had 13 points last week.
Yeah, I know. He was still on my bench. I hate myself. Anyway,
Just take Gesicki.
I'm not doing
He
this.
hasn't scored a point in 3 weeks.
I'm not gonna waste him yet. Maybe next week.
Well, thank you for that, Brady, because that
do it
means
next week.
Jasicki's going
That was the joke. I'm glad you figured that one out.
into the old starting lineup, and it's now 50-50. I play Isaac this week, and Isaac is 1-12, and I'm 5-8, and my team is still projected to either win or lose. It's literally 50-50 if that sums up fantasy football for me this year.
Hey, Clayton.
You don't get to talk about fantasy football.
No, listen. You know, if both of our brothers lose and you win and you score 400 points, you're in the playoffs.
Wow, thank you, Brady. Thank you. That's the most
You're gonna
false
give him your
hope
whole
fan
team
thing I've
like
ever
Isaac
heard
did
before
so
in
he
my
can win a
life.
game?
I mean, if he loses to him, then
Please don't take your shirt off.
that's
It's not that
that's
kind of
just a sad
podcast.
thing. That's just a sad time.
Nobody wants to see your
Good
teeth.
luck,
It's not
Clayton.
that kind of podcast. Please put your shirt back on.
Wait, Isaac, who did you beat?
Great question. Carson.
I'll say you only have one name to
Carson. I
remember.
beat Carson.
My brother Carson or other Carson?
I know Carson. He was on a 5-game win streak. I beat him.
Hang on.
Isaac was
Carson-
up by 35 points on me, and then Stephon Diggs played on Monday night. What
Yeah.
are we-
Shout
I
out
got
to my
35.
brother though.
Wags, Matt.
You like that, wouldn't you?
My brother started 0-5 and is now in the playoffs. I
Yeah.
hate fantasy football.
I
hate it.
I don't know how he does it.
For those of you who don't know, Brady's team is stacked and he's a crooked commissioner, and Tom Brady makes out with his kids. Anyway,
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't really have
We
anything.
were walking around Comerica Park in Detroit, and you were saying that.
Yeah, I know.
We were in a city completely unrelated, and you were still talking about.
We were in a
they have a
state.
Lions team.
Oh no, actually, you beat Daniel. You hold over him.
Did I beat Daniel?
Oh, you're dumb.
That's
That's
only
even
win. You
better.
beat him by 15 points.
That's right.
Oh, and almost your guys' entire team's off your roster, both of them.
That's nuts.
Daniel's only 2 players left that started against you are Sutton and Travis Kelce. Your only players that you have that started against him, and Joku, Brian Robinson, and Amari Cooper. Actually, the fact that you have more left over than Daniel is kind of sad.
I literally have like next to no roster turnover.
Oh, I don't either.
Daniel's at almost 100% because the only 2 players from that on his bench left are Cousins and DeAndre Swift.
I guess my running backs have changed a fair amount, but that's about it. But that's because I had trashy running backs from the beginning. So
I think that was the week you put Cade York on your bench and you got 16 points.
That hit.
Shaking it with York.
Next, if anyone next year has a team that's kicking it with some other kicker, we're going to fight right then and there.
all right.
What if it's
So
Kareem?
uncreative.
I'm intentionally doing that. Team
Good.
with Kareem's like a 7-year-old fantasy team.
I know.
It's not even
Yeah,
a
that's
team.
same level.
I know.
Stupid.
Massage
creative.
Watson.
Literally, one of my dad's fantasy team's name in his league is Swag. You know what Swag stands for? Or SOG, SAWG. You know what that stands for? Short, angry, white guy.
That's gonna be my team name next year. No, I think white supremacy is pretty good. You're gonna have to blur that out. Sorry.
It's already been said before.
Well, it was
It's
funny
fine.
when I was like, bottom of the league, but now I'm on a 5-game win streak and I'm the 3rd seed. So.
Yeah.
I'm on a 3-game losing streak and missed the playoffs again because my team doesn't know how to play football.
Matt,
Yeah.
you
You
currently
had good players all year. It's so unfortunate.
You-
Dude, I know. On paper, my team was projected to finish like 2nd in points.
Yeah.
This happens every year. I draft really well and it never works out.
I honestly think you ended up being bottom in points though. Like I think Isaac's the only person who scored less points than you.
I know.
hold on a second.
It's not that important. All right. I think do you guys have any other actual podcast topics left?
Shout out Tyson Fury for winning last weekend. Forgot to say that on our last
Yes,
episode, but
That's right.
yeah, remains the king, remains undefeated. Hoping for an Usyk fight next.
Ooh, yeah.
But that's it.
Apparently,
That's
The
all I have.
UFC event's super big this weekend. So,
It is. So what happened there was a guy named Yuri Prochazka. He's from the Czech Republic. Was supposed to fight a guy named Glover Teixeira for the light heavyweight belt. And Prochazka's first defense, it's a rematch. He took the belt from Teixeira. But he had a shoulder injury that Dana White called the worst shoulder injury he'd ever seen. And instead of like holding up the division, he just vacated the belt. There have been a lot of reports about what happened, but long story short, Teixeira either didn't want to fight the guy that stepped up or he wanted more time, but the UFC wasn't going to give it to him. So they just gave the fight to another light heavyweight card right underneath him.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the shakeup there. Paddy Pimblett fights this weekend, makes his pay-per-view debut.
Patty
Uh,
the Patty.
That guy rocks a great Clips haircut and is out there knocking dudes out. Like, respect.
His isn't even a great Clips haircut. Somebody actually puts a bowl on his head and just cuts
Yes.
Is he a ginger?
No, he's blonde.
You've never seen Patty the Batty?
No, I haven't.
This clown.
Have you been living under a rock?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Definitely.
This kid can name 57 minor league players by the color of their pinky toe and doesn't know who Paddy Pimblett is. This guy. Brian is trying to fight this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw that or
I
not.
saw
That would be
about that.
sick. I would love that.
Robbie Lawler, the guy you knocked out in July, fell out of the fight this week with an injury, and Brian volunteered to step up. He tweeted to the UFC, "Hey, I took no damage. Let me step up." I've been monitoring this situation. I don't think that they have a replacement for him yet. We are two days away from fight day. I'm going to double check that.
But we'd be in B-dubs for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing like a little revenge week from Brian Barberina.
Oh. You're going to say it? Surging UFC welterweight Alex Morano will replace Robbie Lawler.
Aw, boo.
Ooh, nobody cares about that guy. Everyone loves Brian.
Never heard of that guy.
Amen. But that's from like a that's from like some underground website. That might not have actually happened, but if it does, we're gonna say that it did. So yeah, that's all I have. Big UFC card this weekend. Last pay-per-view of the year.
And we have not been living under a rock. We do know the World Cup is going on. I've watched all but I think I've watched at least some of all but 2 games or something like that. So we haven't been talking about it. I don't have my other primary soccer guy, but the United States did what we expected to. They got out of the group stage. We were happy with that. Didn't lose to England. We stay undefeated against them. Awesome. And anybody have any predictions for this way? Who's going to win? Big upset last
Morocco.
week. Morocco beats Spain.
I am rooting for Morocco the rest of the way.
I am too.
100%.
I would love to see them win.
Did Argentina end up playing?
Argentina won.
Did you guys see the video of that Morocco fan that walked up to the Spain's team bus?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That's what we need more of in sports. He's like, the airport is this way. It was great.
Did you watch the penalty kicks at all?
No, I didn't.
The last penalty kick came down. So Morocco's keeper made 3 saves in that penalty shootout, along with Croatia's keeper. Shout out to both of them. Both had 3 saves in penalty shootouts. But the guy who stepped up for the last pen to send Spain home, his last name's Hakimi. I can't remember his first name. He was actually recruited by the Spain national team and grew up and was born in Spain, like born in Real Madrid, born in Madrid. And so he steps up and just dinks it right down the middle. Like, no effort to his pen. Keeper dives all the way out of the way, right down the middle, and then Penguin waddles all the way back to his team as he gets tackled. It was awesome.
Good.
Like, wow, the hometown boy just sent them home.
That's legend stuff.
Did you guys see they already fired their coach too?
Yeah, Spain.
They hired a new guy today. Oh, guys, we're missing a big thing that happened today. Brittany Griner.
Oh,
yeah, we're a sports podcast. That should probably be talked about. Yeah, the 1-for-1 trade, a Russian arms dealer for Brittany Griner. I'm just glad to see her home.
Yeah.
I don't know all the politics of it or anything. I'm just glad to see her home. It was a little bit of what vape juice.
Yeah, it was like hashish oil, something like that, in a vape cartridge.
Yeah,
it was the Russians looking for somebody to get Victor Boot back. 100%. That's what I think. So
probably.
Yeah, but like I said, no matter where you stand, just happy to see her home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No matter who we gave up, whatever, you can have your own opinion on that. We're not going to talk about that on here, but we're just happy to see her home.
Absolutely, for sure.
Nope.
But yeah,
Nope or yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I was like,
I heard nope. I was like,
You're off the podcast. No, a lot of people are cheering for the Portugal-Argentina final. I am not.
Please.
I don't want to see Ronaldo make the final
Why? He is the greatest soccer player of all time.
because I thoroughly dislike him and I'm tired of his crap.
no, bro.
He just signed a $200-some million deal per year with a team in Saudi Arabia. I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot believe that's a real number.
He should come to the Crew.
straight oil money. Why not?
I mean,
They
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, they're good. They're good for it.
He refused to take that deal within the last 3 years because he was like, no, I want to play in the Champions League. And then got benched in the World Cup because he wasn't good enough. And because it throws off their whole team. If you watch them play, they're all like, oh crap, we got to get the ball to Ronaldo. And then they took Ronaldo out and they played amazing as a team. They scored 6 goals. And his replacement had 3 of them.
Didn't he come in and score
Washed.
a hat trick?
No.
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 His I can't read. I sent you guys, or I told you guys that. I can't read. His Ronaldo's replacement scored a hat trick. That's what it was.
Even better.
Yeah, way better. So yeah, tired of Ronaldo. I think Argentina's gonna blow it. I don't think Messi's gonna be able to carry him all the way. But
Well, they always blow
Carry
it
him
in
away
the World
to
Cup
Miami.
stage.
yeah, eventually.
The Germans blew it. The Spanish blew it. Who's gonna blow it next?
Belgium blew it.
Yeah, Belgium. Belgium didn't even get out of group stage, did they?
Nope. Well,
No.
Germany didn't either.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh.
Yeah, because Germany lost on the ball on the line to Japan. Right?
Yes.
Yes, that was part.
Look at
They
me. going,
FIFA
"Stop."
went back and reviewed it and determined that the official got the call right.
Well, yeah, okay. So everybody's complaining about that, but they would only show the side angle.
Right.
That
You,
shows
you got to
the
show
ball.
the top angle.
Yeah, you got to show the top angle, which
That-
shows
that's
the
what
very edge of
matters.
The ball is still on the line.
Yeah.
It's not basketball.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Where the line is at. Well, yeah, the line's
Exactly.
not basketball, so, but yeah, the side angle doesn't mean anything, and that's what everybody was going crazy about. You got to look at it over top because that's how the game works.
But does anybody else have anything? Any final thoughts?
I have a stolen question. You go first.
Say a stolen question?
Yep.
The stolen question.
Ooh.
How long is this going to take?
Like 30 seconds, hopefully. 11 years ago today,
Yeah.
the Lakers traded for CP3, and it was vetoed.
Rip Bozo.
A lot of vetoes on
11
this day.
years ago.
If only Donald Sterling could see the NBA now.
Yeah. Can you imagine Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant on the same team? There's no way Chris Paul would have the legacy that he does now, though, right? And the amount of
Oh, no way.
he has. Because
Nope.
he would pass the ball to Kobe and then just stand there and watch him do ISO. He would never get assists, right? I mean, there's no way.
And he wouldn't be everybody's favorite little point guard that never made the NBA or never won the NBA finals.
It's true, Andy. He could lose his only other ring.
That's so fake. You would
know.
listen to Kanye. I'm done talking to you. Okay, so
I just think the Twitter memes are funny. Okay.
no, none of it was funny. It was stupid because people actually listen to Kanye. I digress. So on the New Heights podcast, shout out to the Kelsey Bros. I love listening to their podcast. It's so much fun. If you're crazy enough to listen to us, listen to them. They're way funnier.
It's true.
So they were talking about sports that they were
Whoa.
Yeah, they were talking about sports. Crazy.
We don't
Would
know
you
if we
rather? This was their question. Would you rather be a starter on an NFL team or be an 8th through 10th guy on the bench for an NBA team?
NFL starter because I like football more. Well, I don't know. I answered that too quick, I guess.
You got to think because 8 to 10 on an NBA roster can be making anywhere from 1.5 to like $8 million.
Right.
And you're definitely not going to make that much in the NFL.
Yeah, and you're not playing every night either, so your body's still good.
Yeah, but also in the NFL, you're going to get crushed. I mean, whereas in the NBA, you're 10th man on the roster, you might not even play. Or maybe you play 5 minutes, or maybe you play 12 minutes. So, like,
I don't
even
know.
if I actually like football, I'm still probably choosing the NBA.
Oh, I'm choosing the NBA. 100%.
I guess I'm probably picking the NBA solely for the money. I think I would enjoy football a little bit more, especially if you're playing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's something to be said for wanting to actually play. That's why I never knock guys who like transfer colleges because they're not playing. Like, I
Yeah.
get it, dude. You want you want a job and there's a job somewhere else.
What position are you in the NFL?
I'm not sure that was part of the question.
Doesn't matter. I don't know.
Does it matter? All right.
No.
Well, I would pick that NFL and be a kicker. You don't get hit as much.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
get
you're
to
making
pick your
$500,000 a year.
Yeah, you don't get to pick your position. That's the point.
Yeah, and once you miss your first kick, you lose your job. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Job
I
security
can
is
still- I
not
can
great
still
for
on the bench
NFL
forever.
kickers, to say the least, especially not established NFL kickers.
Hey man, I've been an 8 to 10 guy since 5th grade. I thrive.
You were like 12 to 15.
No, there were only 10
There's
guys
only
on the
10 on
team.
the team.
There were only 10 on the
You
team.
were gonna say that.
It's true. There was exactly 10 on the team
That's
both
right.
years.
'Cause you didn't play junior high.
Nope. Because I was bad.
That's beside
Hey
the
man, if you're 9th man on the team that your dad coaches, come on,
Who is below you?
Bryce.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You guys,
Oh no, I might have been 8th. I might have been above Wyatt. Might have been above Wyatt.
Fair enough. I
you
guess
were
we'll
skinny
never
back
know.
then, so you
That's
might have
true.
actually been athletic.
And in 6th grade, Garrison and I looked the same, so our moms always confused us. I was like, how? I never played. But I guess neither did he.
Not really. Hey, nothing will beat 7th or 8th grade. Louis Shearer got in for the first time and got a technical.
Oh yeah.
What Louis get a T for?
That was at, what was that, Hardin Northern maybe?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Oh, no.
My 7th grade
You
year?
weren't there in 7th grade.
Right.
No, it was would have been your 8th grade year because it was
Yeah.
our 7th grade.
Well, no, my 7th grade year, it was a home game. He gets to the game, gets the ball, doubles 2 different kids in the face, double attack, gone.
What a lad.
Love watching Louis play basketball.
So how'd Louis get a T at Hardin Northern?
I don't remember. I just remember it's right when he checked in.
Dang it.
That's funny.
I think it's
He
only
walks in, notices his
in,
shoes
fouled,
are
and gets
untied, and
out.
just screams a curse word right away.
Mother.
mother
Stop. You're done. What?
mother Brady. I'm out.
All right. This concludes Hot Take Sports episode 67. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16 to check out all of our hot take content. Make sure to leave us a comment. You know, we love getting your guys' hot takes from time to time. Yeah, go follow us and make sure to support the podcast. We appreciate you guys listening, and we will see you all next time.